Today's show is pre-recorded.
Y'all know what time it is. Y'all don't know, y'all better ask somebody. Hat on, suit on, looking like a dapper dog, giving them all dressed like $1 million bucks, diamond things in its cuffs. Y'all tell me who could it be but Steve Harvey? Yeah, out there listening to me. Put your hands together for Steve Harvey. Put your hands together. Why don't you join in? Yeah. Steve Harvey, you know, better give me some eggs while I listen to Steve Harvey. Yeah, join in with me. If you're with me, help me say, turn your radio on. You gotta turn it on. Yeah, turn it on. Steve Harvey in the morning, y'all. Steve Harvey got to turn them out. Got to turn them out. Got to turn them on to the morning, y'all. Come on, Steve. Come on. Do your thing, Big Daddy.
I sure will. Good morning, everybody. You're listening to The Voice. Come on, dig me now. One and only Steve Harvey. I got a radio show. Somebody sent me an email one day that, kind of a nasty little email. I think I said it once before, Steve Harvey trying to be a preacher. Man, I'm so far from being a preacher, man, I can't even tell you. But what I am trying to do is share information. Now, I understand how haters work, and I understand how the devil works. Believe me, I do. Sometimes even he, the devil, surprises me at the level and the angles of attack they use. Which I go, wow, man, I didn't see that one. Ooh, that was pretty slick. I got to give you credit on that when you try to get me. But every time you try to get me, I get saved. I get saved every time, man, because God got me. God got some angels camped around me. That's what my mom used to always say as a Sunday school teacher. Never really understood it, but when I was growing up as a kid, but I got it now. He got some angels around me, and angels come in the form sometimes of people who pull your coat to this or introduce you to that or reveal some information to you like this. He got them all around me. So, see, having a relationship with God, what's been beneficial to me, y'all, is not just that what he gives to me, but what he protects me from. And, some people wonder, well, if you were God, why he let them people do that to you? No, that's not how it works. See, there's two forces in this world. There's good and there's evil. And if you succumb to good, that's what you become. That's what you do. But everybody don't succumb to good. Some people succumb to evil. Some people's mission is to hate, to destroy, to tear down. And so that force is at work in this world too. And when that force comes up against me, what God never promised me that I wouldn't see none of that I wouldn't see the attacks, that I would not come under fire, that I would not be falsely accused. He didn't say that. Matter of fact, he forewarned me that it would happen. But what he does give me in those moments are moments of comfort and peace, knowing that he's with me. And that no matter what my enemy does to bring me down, it ain't going to work. It ain't going to work. So come if you want to. Fight if you will. I have a man that has been attacking me since I owned the comedy club in Dallas. He has been on a mission. And that if I don't give him $5 million, he gonna do it. He done everything, man. He has done everything. Now he done messed around and got himself now claiming in his letters physically ill. And his illnesses and what's befallen his family, he's blaming that on me too. Had Steve Harvey not stressed me out and paid me this money he owed me. Where you coming with this? He just has kept on and on and on. And you know what? He done messed around and got himself sick. He done messed around, man, got himself in some situation. And can I tell you something? It's been going on since maybe 97. He started the attack when I first went on. No, before that. Probably 95. He started the attacks in 95. Every now and then. He done got 6 lawyers. All the lawyers done dropped the case after they come in and they discover the fact. But he's steady trying. But it's them angels that's around. And I forewarned him several times, man. Hey, man, if I was you, I'd go head on. Because what I'm not going to do is bend. Because, see, you cannot break me because I happen to be a soldier for Christ. I happen to be an imperfect soldier for Christ. There's nothing, man. There's nothing. And, and it ain't like a bunch of people done tried now. Oh, y'all been on YouTube. Y'all been on the internet. Oh, they done tried. Oh, they done put some dirt on me, man. That ain't true. But if you keep looking at me, though, and I am not the prize, but if you put your eyes on God, is where you go. But if you look at me, he's covered me through it all. And that's been the importance of the relationship I form with God, is that I know that I'm under his wings, that I'm ever under his ever-loving protection, that he got me. And I just want to share that with you, that if you're looking for some protection, if you're looking for a way to have the strength to get through what you're going through, get some God, man. If you want a way out, get some God, man. If you've been gangbanging and you're sick of gangbanging, get you some God, man. If you're tired of being on drugs and you're tired of drinking, get you some God, man. If you're sick and tired of being sick and tired, get you some God, man. I'm just telling you now, if you're trying to make your dreams come true and it look like you ain't going to make it and you still believe that that's for you, get you some God, man. If you're setting a new goal, dream, or aspiration and you're trying to get there and you're going to start out today, get you some God, man. I'm just telling you. I'm just telling you. See, it's real what I'm saying, man. I ain't no fake dude with it. You understand? I'm just telling you real. Get you some God, man. And be patient. Have faith. Believe. Don't doubt. But Lord have mercy, get ready to work your tail off. Did you hear me? Get you some faith. Believe. Don't doubt. And get ready to work your tail off. God can't bless it. You see, a lot of times we go to God asking for prayers and stuff, but we go to him and we don't give God nothing to bless. We want blessings, but we don't give him nothing to bless. You make one step, he'll make 2. You start, he'll finish. You come, he'll go. You dream it, he'll build. You start it, he'll finish it. See, you trying everything your way. I'm going to go to court. I had a conversation with a man yesterday. Just called me, man, and was just talking about, but Steve, you know, man, this dude been owing me $2,300 for 4 years. I just asked him, have you survived the 4 without the $2,300? Yeah, man. How much you think you done spent trying to get to $2,300? Just a few hundred. Now, let me ask you something. Do you have a few hundred more to try to get this $2,300 that you've been trying to get for 4 years? Yeah, I could do that. But do you want to, man? Do you have the time to dedicate 4 more of your years to try to get $2,300? But, Steve, I'm out of work right now. I done fell on some hard times. I could use that money. And I've been praying to God to help me. Yeah, you've been praying to God to help you. God probably got something way greater for you, but you got to let go of your own thinking and let God have his way. You understand? You feel me?
You're listening to the Steve Harvey Morning Show.
Ladies and gentlemen, it is time. It is here. The moment, the highlight of the early morning. It is the Steve Harvey Morning Show. Make no mistake about what's about to pop off today. This show, let me tell you what it's dedicated to. This show is dedicated to the quarantine. The people that's on lockdown.
Thank you. Thank you, sir.
People that ain't got nobody coming over, but want somebody to come over. We are here. We are visiting your house today. How are you? Man, glad you could have us. We are practicing social distancing. Don't get too close to the radio. We ain't gonna get too close to you. This is Steve Harvey Morning Show. This is dedicated to everybody that is quarantined today. And look who's back with us again, fresh off a self-imposed quarantine, Shirley Strawberry.
What was he finna say?
Hey, good morning, Steve.
Self-induced like a coma.
Yeah. Good morning.
Ladies and gentlemen, Shirley Strawberry, and then Carla Farrell.
And then good morning. What's happening, crew?
Carla, what's up? Let me see what number you at now. The 3,653rd wonder of the world, kill Junior Boy Spates.
Man, can somebody just come over and stand on my balcony?
Is that what you want?
Just somebody.
Ladies and gentlemen, the fool never let us down, nephew Tommy.
Top of the morning, Uncle Steve. I'm gonna lose my family. Already, I see it coming.
What are you talking about now?
I can't stay with them like this. I don't like this. Somebody got to get out this house.
Well, Tommy, let your family come stay with me.
They got to leave. I don't like it. I don't.
Man.
Well, okay,
we
what's the
got
problem?
married.
What's
We
the
got
problem?
married. We loved each other. We were bonded for life. It's
back
not
then.
working
That
no
was
more.
back
This
then.
is.
Man.
Yeah.
Woo.
Yeah.
You know.
I love her, but I like to love her from a distance. Can I go somewhere?
Now, can't go nowhere.
Nope.
No, you
Not
gotta
right now.
stay there, okay? You gotta stay there, all right?
But Shirley,
It's till death.
but why is you, every room I go in, you in there? Why is you in every room I go in?
in the chateau? In the chateau.
What do,
But see,
what
Tommy,
do you
Tommy,
want?
you got kids.
I do.
You got more than one, so you can go in a room and it always be somebody in there. Yeah. I'm
why
walking
she
in.
there?
I'm walking
Why?
in rooms, sitting on the edge of the bed, just seeing if I
nobody in
like
there?
the bed. Yeah,
I think
know, I-
Steve is losing his mind.
Carla, I lost my damn mind. I ain't got none no more.
All right, listen. Coming up at 32 minutes after the hour, Ask the CLO. Chief Love Officer will be in the building. Steve Harvey right after this.
Yeah.
You're listening to the Steve Harvey Morning Show.
All right, Steve, time for your favorite segment, Ask the CLO. Chief Love Officer, that is you.
All right.
Chief love.
We have some good questions for you. This is from SteveHarveyFM.com. This one's from Anika in Maryland. She says, hey, morning crew. I need some advice with a ridiculous situation. I'm a 35-year-old woman, and my husband is 38. We recently purchased our first home, and since we are on lockdown, Tommy, we decided we'd do some renovations on our house. My husband started in the basement, and I was his helper whenever he needed me. Yesterday, I was upstairs cleaning up, and my husband started screaming like he was being attacked. I ran down to the basement, and he told me he had just seen a spider.
Oh my God! Are you
Yes,
serious?
a darn spider.
What?
Turns out he's terrified of spiders, and I'm just finding this out. I killed the spider and then sprayed the entire basement with bug spray. We live in a wooded area and spiders are everywhere. Steve, please give me some advice on how to get this grown butt man to overcome this fear.
Well,
I can't
punk
stand
ass.
a wuss.
Come on.
Arachnophobia, right?
Well, it's going to be tough. These fears usually come from childhood. Now, I'm not a psychiatrist or anything. I don't know. Psychologist, psychiatrist. I ain't nothing. I ain't really good help. I think the way to stop it is the next time he does it, you have to go down there and go, what? He go, a spider, and then put your hands on your hips and say these words right here. What is your punk ass screaming about? And then walk off. Don't get the bug spray. Don't help him out. Or here's another one. Walk down there and go, excuse me,
Yeah.
what is it? A spider? Good. Walk off. Here's another one. Ain't nobody coming down there to kill another damn spider.
But
And that's it. You ain't got to just, you can help him get out of it. Oh my God, I hope the kids never see this in you. And you have to do that. And if you don't, then the fear continues. That's all.
okay, so you don't like the fact that it's a man being afraid of a spider, or just period?
No, I don't like that it's a man being afraid
Okay.
of the spider. I don't, you
Why can't a man
cannot.
be-
Well, you can be afraid. I mean, men have fears.
Yeah.
That's normal. You can't let your girl see it though.
Oh,
Sorry.
Okay. Okay.
I'm sorry,
Just
though.
don't see it. You're right
Or
about that.
else your ass gets a letter on the Steve Harvey Morning Show. That's all I'm saying to you.
All right, here's one from Charmaine, Steve, in Richmond, Virginia. She says, I started dating a married man last September only because he told me he was
Ain't nothing
getting
wrong.
a
Let me
divorce.
say this. Ain't nothing wrong with
Be
that.
quiet.
Keep going.
Don't talk.
Okay, this is for the CLO. Thank you. We
I'm
had a
sorry.
good relationship until recently, when we all had to be quarantined. He told me he had to stay home with his wife because it wouldn't look right in court if he left her now. He also told me that his divorce process is on hold until the country gets back to work. Since he's home with his wife, we haven't communicated much. Part of me thinks he's miserable over there with her, but then my intuition says he may be liking it, and the togetherness might fix his marriage. Steve, you've been divorced, so what do you think is going on over there?
He quarantined. He can't leave his wife come over there with you. He
Got to have
quarantined. It's nothing you can say. What is he gonna tell his wife where he going? He can't say he going to work. He can't
That's
say he
close.
going to the store. It's gonna
That's
take too
close.
long. What store did you go to? He ain't got no damn doctor's appointments. What can he say? Listen to me. Excuse me, ma'am. You had a good relationship with a man that's married until recently. And everything gone to hell right now.
Yeah.
Including your little affair with your married man. It's gone to hell. Well, I don't even know what you tripping about. It's
Can I
not-
say
it-
something? All number twos, chill out, okay?
What do you mean?
They'll be
What do you
back
mean?
to you soon. Just wait. All right, we're going through something right now. We can't get there right
quarantine.
now.
We
Some of them
I'm
may
not we, but
never.
not we. I'm not we. but
Some of
they
them
can't-
may never get back to you.
Wow.
He not yours.
Wow.
But he coming back. Wait a minute. He coming
No,
back. Huh?
you don't know this.
Yeah, no,
We don't.
He
Yo,
he
no,
coming
Tommy.
back.
No, Tommy. Let me explain something to you. This quarantine is doing some things.
Right.
This quarantine
It's
on the
changing
positive,
people. Yeah, it is.
positive, is bringing families closer together.
Yep.
It's on the positive, it's actually causing people to realize what's important and what's not. On the positive, it's causing a lot of men to go, wow, wait a minute, man. I could lose something really valuable to me messing around with something that ain't nothing but a side piece. Hey, man, it ain't all negative. Now, some divorces going to come out of this. It's some people ain't going to ever speak to each other. Oh, it's going to be some that once this clears up and I get out the house,
I'm
I'm
through
never
with your
coming
ass.
back.
Never coming back.
Through
Oh,
with
that's
your ass.
going to happen. But it's a lot of
shame.
healing going on, too.
It is, Steve. It is. I agree.
But Uncle Steve, I just want number twos to know. I don't like that when you do.
Ain't no hope for twos. Twos don't get promotion. Twos don't become ones. No, they don't.
Yes.
Show me a two that's become a number one.
I'm not going to
This
do
lady
that
right here,
now.
if she come by my
Hello? Show me a number two that has become
Junior
a
got
number
in it,
one.
Steve.
What did Junior just say?
I just
Say it
said
again, just.
she can get promoted if she just come by my house. Just somebody.
But see, that's not a promotion. You want a number one.
Yeah.
I keep telling y'all, twos don't become ones.
Man.
Why
Take a
you don't
nine.
like twos? I don't like that you don't like twos.
It's
All
not
right,
that
well,
I
we
don't
got-
like twos.
we gotta go,
Just
guys.
quit thinking you finna be a one. If
But
you
twos
signed
are
up
good
for
people,
two,
too.
they
Twos are
perfect
good
people. If you sign up for number two, you'll be a two. You can't be a one.
Coming up, nephew
you
Tommy is
You're not
here
going to be
with-
aggressive, though. You're not going to
Okay,
do that with
listen.
these twos. Okay,
Listen,
go ahead.
guys. Coming up, nephew Tommy is here, as you heard, as you can hear. He's here with Run That Prank Back right after this.
You're listening to the Steve Harvey Morning Show.
Coming up at the top of the hour, Miss Ann is standing by with today's national news and her coronavirus update. In entertainment news, Idris Elba's crew, they're not happy with how he announced that he tested positive for the coronavirus. The Summer Olympics is finally postponed, and Tom Hanks' wife, Rita Wilson, she's rapping a Naughty by Nature while being quarantined over in Australia. We'll talk about all of these stories at the top of the hour, yeah. But right now, it is the nephew here to run that prank back. What you got for us, Neff?
Shirley, this goes out to the beautiful Miss Helen, your mother.
Oh, thank you.
Aqua Boogie.
This
This
was
is her favorite prank call.
Yes.
This is her favorite prank call. Aqua Boogie. Let's go. Cat dog.
Hello,
Hello, I'm trying to reach a Quincy, please.
this is.
Hey, how are you? My name is Maurice. Maurice calling you from the power company. How you doing today?
I'm all right. What's up?
Well, listen, we're doing some testing in your neighborhood. We're trying to make sure we don't have to actually shut the power down out there. And we're calling around to quite a few people in your neighborhood, running some tests on individual homes and making sure the electricity is running correctly. Can I get you to do a few things for me and see if, and the quicker we get through with this, sir, and there's a possibility we won't have to turn your power off at all. I know you don't want us to have to come out and turn power off, and you got stuff in your refrigerator that can spoil and things like that. So we want to try to get this done, and hopefully the power with the test that we run, it'll run correctly, and we won't have to do anything. Okay?
I don't know nothing about no electricity though. You know what I'm saying? So.
No, I understand that. Don't worry about that.
All right.
Here's what I need you to do. Now, how big is your house? How many bedrooms you got?
4 bedrooms.
4 bedrooms. Now, you have upstairs, downstairs?
It's 2-story.
Okay. All right. So here's what we need to do. If you
This ain't
can.
gonna take long though, right? Cause I'm in a hurry, man. I ain't gonna have a lot of time.
No. This won't take long at all, sir. Can I get you to take your breaker and shut down everything upstairs, and we're going to run a test on the stuff downstairs right now. It'll be real quick.
All right. Just shut everything off.
I want you to keep the downstairs open and keep that so we can run our test on this thing.
All right. Everything's shut. Everything's down.
Okay, you turned off
Everything.
upstairs.
I just turned off all the switches.
Okay, here's what I need you to do. I need you to turn on your television and then turn it off.
Downstairs?
Downstairs. How many TVs you got downstairs?
I got 2 TVs downstairs.
Let's turn them both on.
Hang on. Just turn them on?
Yeah, just turn them on. You got them on?
I got one on. Hang on.
Let's try to turn that other one on.
All right, they both on.
Okay, now you got a microwave in your kitchen?
Yeah, I got a microwave.
Okay, turn that on.
It's already on, man. I can see the lights on. It's got the clock on it.
That's got that double Atron thing that's going through there. It's a whole different type of current. I just want to
Man, I don't know nothing about what you're talking about, but I got to get to work, man. So the microwave's on. It's running.
No, I want you to actually turn it on. I want you to actually push like a minute or two on that thing.
What's
and
that
turn it
got
on.
to do with anything, man? Come on now. I mean, what I got to do?
No, this is a test, sir. What I don't want to have to do is come out there and turn your power off. And I don't
All
want
right,
to do that. You got a lot of food in your fridge, I'm sure, right?
All right. Hey, look, it's on. Microwave's on. TV's on.
Okay. Now,
I
open
gotta
your
get to work,
refrigerator.
man. The electricity works downstairs.
Okay, but listen now. I know, but what we got to do is we got to make sure that this stuff isn't overpowered. Now, can you open your refrigerator?
Yeah, man.
Do you see the button that actually has? I mean, you can push it and the light will go out. You know what I'm talking about?
Come on, man. You ain't got nobody to just be able to check something outside, man. I mean, I'm in the fridge.
I understand, but push that button 5 times for me and see what it does.
The what? The light button?
Yeah, push that light button 5 times.
Come on, man.
Did it go off and on every time?
Yeah, it's off and on, man. Ain't nothing wrong with the refrigerator. The refrigerator's plugged in, man.
Okay. Now, here's what I want you to do. Right there, if you're in the kitchen, turn your sink on for me.
Turn the sink on? What they got to do with electricity, man?
Well, see, that's a nitro current. You wouldn't understand that, but I need you to turn that on for me, too. Just turn it on full blast. Got it on?
I got it on.
Okay, now go in your master bedroom.
I can turn it off?
No, let that water run. Go in your master bedroom and go in the bath for me. I appreciate you helping me out on this.
Man,
Quincy.
come on, man.
Quincy, I appreciate you.
I'm in a hurry. I mean, everything's working. I'm in the bath. What's up?
Okay, flush that toilet for me, Quincy.
Say what?
Flush that toilet for me.
Flush the toilet?
Yeah, flush that toilet.
Man, it ain't even electrical.
What it is, it's an aqua boogie.
Man, look, you need to get somebody. Okay. I'm gonna flush the toilet. It ain't no electrical plugs or nothing in this area, man.
Right, I understand that. You don't see what it is. This is an aqua boogie current that flows through that water. Flush that thing for me one time. Yeah, that's it. Okay. All right.
Toilet works, man. You ain't got nobody in the area that could come out here and just check this out, man.
Quincy, I'm trying my best not to come out and turn your power off. And I know you got somewhere to go.
Why you gonna turn my power off, man? You supposed to be making sure the power stay on.
Right, I understand that. Now, Quincy, do you have a blender?
Yeah, I got a blender, man. I got a blender, I got a TV, I got a refrigerator, and they all work. The toilet works, everything works.
All right, what I want you to do is get this blender, and we'll just throw you a few cubes of ice or something in there and turn that thing on for me.
Come on, man.
We're almost done.
I got to get to work, man.
Just work with me, Quincy. I appreciate it, man.
This is just a blender. Come on, man. This some bullshit.
Yeah, that's that isometric current.
Electricity work in this house, man. You need to check the next house.
You don't have no problems with no smoothies or nothing in that thing, do you?
You serious? Man, what the hell that got to do with anything, man? I got to get to work.
I understand.
Listen. Be a minute, man. This going too far. Okay, have somebody come out here or do this because I need to get to my job.
And I understand that.
Well, I could just call and have people go through the damn house playing scavenger hunt. I got to get to work.
Okay, now listen, Quincy, one last thing. Are you able to shut that breaker, put that breaker back on, and then shut off downstairs and then go upstairs and check some stuff for me?
Shut off what?
Shut off the breaker downstairs. Go ahead and turn it on.
I'm not shutting off no breaker downstairs. I shut off the one upstairs. We done turned on every damn thing down here. You didn't have me. I got the blender. I done turned on the microwave, the refrigerator. Come on, man. Flushing the toilets and I got to get to work.
Quincy, I need you to lose this attitude you got.
I need you to get somebody down here to do this. My electricity in my house work. It work for you. Call me. The only thing ain't work is my ain't at work because I'm here doing this bull playing off and on. Get somebody in here. This work.
Now don't piss me off and make me turn it all the way off.
Piss you off. My work. And when I get back from work, my still should be on.
I got one more thing I need to say to you, Quincy.
It better be the last thing.
This is Nephew Tommy from the Steve Harvey Morning Show. You just got pranked by your sister, Gail.
Gail better be in a witness protection program, man. Let me turn this water off, man. You got me.
Hey, man, let me ask you something, man. What is the baddest? I'm talking about the baddest radio show in the land.
That's got to be the Steve Harvey Morning Show. And Tommy, you call me again, they going to be the show used to have Tommy on.
Thank you, nephew. Thank you. Coming up at the top of the hour, some entertainment news and national news right after this.
You're listening to the Steve Harvey Morning Show.
Yesterday, the International Olympic Committee is finally announcing the Summer Olympics in Tokyo. They've said that they will postpone the Olympics to 2021 due to, of course, the coronavirus pandemic. Wow. Yeah. And this, Steve, is the first time that the Olympic Games have been postponed.
Ever.
Wow.
Yeah.
Since I've been alive.
In history.
I done seen a bunch of Olympics, man. God, dog. These are the Summer Olympics.
Yeah.
No basketball again.
Yeah.
That's track and field.
Basketball.
No track.
Junior, you don't watch the Summer Olympics for basketball.
They do have a U.S. basketball team.
I know they do.
But
Absolutely
you
they do.
watch
But that's not why you watch it, dog. You watch
Why
for
you
track
watch it,
and
huh?
field.
Why you
I
watch
watch
track and
field,
field.
dog.
Yeah,
Track
I
and
watch
field.
that.
Don't nobody care about the USA basketball team. Don't nobody care about that.
I
Please
like
don't
the
say
basketball
that
team.
aloud.
That's us.
Hey,
Nobody-
who's the fastest guy now since the brother out of Jamaica's gone? I mean, he's not running.
Usain
Who's
Bolt.
the fastest?
Hussein, yeah.
Usain. Since Usain is gone, he finished the last Olympics. Who's the fastest guy now?
That boy Gay is up, and what's his name? Still running. The dark-skinned brother. What's his name? He respects Usain Bolt.
Gay has run a long time, man.
Gay, what's this cat's man? I'm looking at his face. Brown skin, dark skin dude, muscular, Hitler mustache.
Oh, that's every track person. What are you talking?
I'm like, he sounds cute.
Dark
That's every
skin,
track
muscular with the Hitler
Cute.
mustache.
With the Hitler must.
We'll look him up.
Okay, we'll figure out who that is.
So anyway, the Olympics will be next year, though, they're saying. In other entertainment news, Idris Elba's coronavirus diagnosis has not set well with his co-workers. Idris thinks he was exposed on March 4th, but he didn't go into isolation until March 13th. Now, in the days following his exposure, he was at an event in London. He was in Santa Fe, New Mexico, rehearsing with his co-stars and crew members for the upcoming Netflix movie. Idris' production crew is upset about it, and they're saying he didn't communicate with them about his potential risks after his positive test. Meanwhile, his wife, Idris' wife, Sabrina, has tested positive for the virus as well. In other news, Wendy Williams says she's ready to risk it all and get back to work. Her show is on hiatus, of course, due to COVID-19.
When?
You gonna risk it all to get back to your show? No.
But she's going to have to wait because the New York governor, Andrew Cuomo, everybody's hero right now, he's just
I
looking
love
like
him.
a real
I love
leader
him.
right
Hey,
now.
dog.
He's doing
Hey,
great,
dog.
man. He's doing great.
Hey, dog, my shows
Yes,
are on
he is.
hold. I'm not
Everybody's
willing to
show
risk
is
it
on
all
hold.
to go back to work. That don't make sense. Risk it
Well-
all. Man, please.
Anyway, New York Governor Andrew Cuomo issued an executive order. He's directed all non-essential businesses to close. Also, some good news. Tom Hanks' wife, Rita Wilson, she's doing okay while being quarantined over in Australia. She posted a video on social media rapping to Hip Hop Hooray by Naughty by Nature, so she's having a good time. Yeah, she's having a real good time.
She's recovering well.
Well, you need somebody like that that's actually got it and surviving so everybody can quit thinking it's a death sentence.
Yeah,
now,
it's
is
not
it
a death
dangerous?
sentence.
Very much so.
absolutely.
If you have a pre-existing condition, is it dangerous? Absolutely.
Yep.
But man,
Yeah.
let's at least have some bit of hope, some type of faith.
True. That's true. All right, Steve, we're going to switch gears here and get caught up on today's headlines. Take it away.
Ladies and gentlemen, Miss Ann Tripp.
And thank you. This is Ann Tripp of the News. Good morning, everybody. The latest worldwide number of coronavirus infections is 372,563. That's worldwide. 372,563. 16,381 people have died. While here in the U.S., there are 41,708 infections with 573 deaths. Now, former presidential hopeful Amy Klobuchar says her husband has tested positive for the coronavirus. The Minnesota senator said he's being hospitalized in Virginia. But with all that, looks like the president wants people to focus not on the coronavirus pandemic, but beyond it.
We have a large team working on what the next steps will be once the medical community gives the region the okay, meaning the okay to get going, to get back. Let's go to work. Our country wasn't built to be shut down.
Trump says he's worried about the economic impact of the government's response to the coronavirus. In fact, Trump says he expects to begin rolling back recommendations for social distancing and stuff in some weeks, not months. The nation's governors have been taking the lead in telling schools and certain businesses, though, to close and also for people to stay home. You know what? According to a recent NPR PBS NewsHour Marist poll, Democrats and Republicans, believe it or not, divided over whether the corona pandemic is a real threat. Most Democrats say COVID-19 is threatening, but a growing number of Republicans are not convinced, and that's even as coronavirus numbers continue to rise. The survey says the Republicans have, for instance, last month, 7 out of 10 members of the GOP said they thought the virus was serious and a threat, but now only 4 out of 10 do. And the numbers have been rising. Interestingly enough, half of the respondents say they didn't trust what the news media was saying, while a larger percentage of those surveyed said they didn't trust what President Trump was saying. Another drive-through coronavirus testing units opened in Florida, a sprawling retirement community in central Florida there. Congress and the White House trying to work out a stimulus agreement about a $2 trillion rescue plan for the economy.
This compromise package would push tens of billions of dollars to hospitals and healthcare providers. It would send direct checks to millions of American households.
We're very close to reaching a deal, very close. And we're hopeful, even confident, that we will meet that goal.
So cross your fingers. We don't know what's going on. So far, the Democrats say that the Republican plan is too kind to corporations and give nothing really pretty much to average Americans. Rhode Island, the latest to postpone their presidential primary. And finally, Neil Diamond's trying to help people during the pandemic. He's changed the words of his famous song, Sweet Caroline. Hands, washing hands. Reaching out. Well, not reaching out. Now back to the Steve Harvey Morning Show.
You're listening to the Steve Harvey Morning Show.
All right, Steve, we have more CLO questions for the Chief Love Officer. Please, can you bring him in?
Got him right here. He's always present.
This one's from Deborah in Teaneck, New Jersey. She says, I'm a 41-year-old single mom, and I've been dating a nice man.
How old is she?
She's 41. She's single. She's a mother. She's been dating a nice man, Steve, for close to a year now. She says she used to seeing him every day, and she says we satisfy each other's needs every day. Yes, every day, exclamation mark. But now, she says, I have a problem because my boyfriend is a transit driver and he's still working every day. Because he goes out and is exposed to people daily, he told me that he does not want to risk my health, so he stopped coming to see me. I have not seen him in almost 2 weeks, and at first, I thought he would get over the quarantine rules and come over and please me, but he will not do it. I've tried to be kinky on FaceTime with him, but he's not into that. I appreciate his concern for my health, but I can't help but think something else is going on. Am I just bored and paranoid? This is from Deborah in Teaneck.
Or selfish.
Whoa.
See, now, if the guy is practicing what they told him to do and wants to limit you getting exposed to him being exposed to all these people he got on trans, and he trying not to come over, what's the matter with that? You know, I mean, I would accept that. Yeah. But you want every day. Well, ain't nothing happening every day, no damn more. For nobody.
Yeah.
Nowhere.
Nowhere.
What you say, Steve?
Yeah, all you gotta do is turn the news on. Ain't nothing happening every day no more. You know,
Everybody's stranded.
Hey, I used to go to work every day. Yeah, that ain't happening no more.
Right, and look at him. He's a brave man going out there every day.
I know people used to go to the store every day.
Every day.
Go to Starbucks every day. It ain't happening no more.
It ain't happening. It's not happening.
I used to leave my house every day. That ain't happening no more. Next question, Shirley. And he ain't coming over there.
All right, and she's selfish. All right, here we go. Lynthia in Chicago. She says, hello, I'm 23 years old. I'm still a virgin. I've had the absolute worst experiences.
Slow down.
Tommy, just let her read the question, fool.
Did you hear that first line?
She 23 years old. She's still a virgin. What's wrong?
And we're running out of time.
Now, you want to stop her from being a virgin, I assume. Jesus Christ. This dude. Whoa. You hear that? What the hell going on? Oh, Lord Jesus. What the hell the world coming to? Now, why she over there by her damn self?
Go ahead, Shirley.
All right, I don't know if we'll have time to finish
No, we
this.
ain't got it, but go ahead and read it anyway, though.
Yeah, I can't finish it. We'll talk about it when we come back, Steve.
Yeah,
all right?
We'll hear what Tommy's response is.
I'm not going to say nothing because you you changed, Steve.
You're listening to the Steve Harvey Morning Show.
All right, so everybody knows where we are in this country right now. We're updated just about every day, Steve, with the president and his coronavirus update.
Did
you see him yesterday?
I'm feeling a little bit less and less comfortable with him as a leader because he intertwines too much of his own personal. The other day it's really hard for a rich guy to run for president. Hey man, nobody needs to hear that at this time. We need information, we need results, and we need some logistics going on. And then he's talking about, Mitch McConnell came out and talked about how the Democrats are slowing down the stimulus package. See, what they're trying to do is turn this thing that really got out of hand because our leader said that for 2 weeks this was a hoax. We could have been 2 weeks further up the road if he wasn't saying it was a hoax. But now the stimulus package, let me help y'all understand something. This stimulus package is designed for a few things. They're trying to keep companies alive and thriving, whether it's auto or something like that. But now it's important for him to keep the businesses alive, and he's correct in that when this war with the virus is over, you still want to be able to get back and have an economy. But what the Democrats are over there fighting for is not enough of this stimulus package is going to get itself down to the people who are hurting right now. He keeps saying he's concerned with the worker, but his concern with the worker is at the upper level to keep the companies open. What you need to have open so the workers will have somewhere to go. But the Democrats know that there's a deeper problem going on down there, whether you're working or not right now, and we got to get this problem solved. And he's got more of the efforts of the stimulus package coming from the Republicans to take care of the businesses instead of taking care of the business. And instead of taking care of the people. Now, if you say that you need the businesses to stay alive, which is true, so the people will have jobs to go back to, that's the truth. But there are other problems too. And the Democrats are trying to make sure that the people at the bottom survive too. See, a company can go 2 months without a check.
Right.
The regular person can't.
Right.
True that.
Right.
That's true. That's true.
GM gonna survive. Ford gonna survive 2 months down.
Yeah.
The worker is going to be hurting if he don't get a check for 2 months. The airlines, airlines, man, they gonna find a way.
Let me ask you about that. Uncle Steve. When the airline says, the airlines has made billions of dollars. Let's just say on an annual basis, you made billions of dollars. Why is it that they almost saying they almost finna be bankrupt because?
Well, look, man,
what
they're
is
big
that?
business. Big business can't report everything as profit. They got to give out dividends. They got to pay out salaries, and they got to make it appear as though, that they got so much overhead that they can't make money. All them airlines was making money. Why they open?
All of them.
But now when it gets tight, you got to do what your tax return said you did. Now you can't just all of a sudden show up with a whole bunch of cash reserves and then expose the tax loopholes that you jumped through. That's the whole reason behind Bernie Sanders and Elizabeth Warren. We're going to go after big business and make them pay their fair share because they know big business jumps through the loopholes in the tax system. That's what they know. That's the American way. But rich people have to protect that way because else they're going to be rich if they don't protect that way. Man, so it's a crazy situation. And what that great mayor, the great governor up there in New York, and mayor is saying, hey man, we got to get this stuff solved, and they know how to solve it. But guess what, man?
Yeah, they need federal help.
They got to pay people to help them, because America, until you get down here with us grassroots folks, America ain't designed to help people. That ain't what it's designed for, man. Sorry.
What do you mean, Steve?
That's what this is about, man. Somebody got to get paid.
Oh, boy. All right. Coming up, it's the nephew and the prank phone call right after this.
You're listening to the Steve Harvey Morning Show.
Coming up at the top of the hour, right about 4 minutes after, it's my strawberry letter for today. The subject, we have a big problem, sis. But right now, nephew in the building with today's prank phone call. What you got, Nev?
Can I paint your wife naked?
Okay, Steve, so you're just not going to say anything? You're just going to sit there?
No, I'm done. I'm done.
What do you need to say? What do you need to say?
Did you hear the title of the prank?
Can I paint your wife naked?
It's every day. Shirley, this started happening to you around 2003.
Yeah. 2 years. Well, yeah, 2002, I think. Yeah.
This been happening to me since 1967.
Oh,
Can
when you
I
were born.
paint your wife naked?
Wife.
I said that. Can I paint your wife naked?
That's a color.
What?
White.
What's the color?
White.
He didn't get that F.E. in there, Junior.
White.
Can I paint your wife naked? Let's go, cat dog.
Hello? Hello, I wish to speak with a Mr. please. Hello, sir. My name is Sebastian. I am with the Art Institute. And I wanted to give you a call about, I have a huge showing coming up where I'm going to be displaying my portfolio and all of my drawings within it. But I have one drawing that I'm looking to display that I have not put on canvas yet. And I'm looking to take something of essence to put on canvas. And I wanted to call you about getting permission.
Well, wait, hold up, dog. Just to stop you right now, I don't do that, all right? I'm not a model. That's not my profession. So you would not waste your time no more, you know what I'm saying? Just go ahead and go.
Mr. I don't think you understand that my showing is going to have some very important people there. I am, like I said before, with the Art Institute.
Okay, yeah, but like I said, dog, I don't do that. That's not me. I mean, dog, I hate it. You know, what was you just calling folks up? You a solicitor or something? I mean, y'all just randomly picking out folks and trying to get them to model up, man. I ain't trying to break your heart.
Sir, Mr. No, I'm not just randomly calling people. I actually have done research in order to get your number. What I'm doing is I'm not calling you as for being a model that I'm going to portray on canvas, but you have something far more greater visually that I would like to behold on canvas. Now, you're married to, your wife is, am I correct?
Whoa, dog. No, for real, who is this? Seriously, I mean, because how'd you get my number? How'd you get my number? Because you talking about my wife and stuff?
Sir,
how you know my wife?
My name is Sebastian. I am with the Art Institute. What I'm trying to do is capture and immortalize the beauty of essence on canvas.
Okay, yo, for real though, you just can't. You don't talk about my wife, all right? So
I'm not calling in a negative manner towards your wife. I want to mortalize her and capture her on canvas, the beauty that she beholds. I've seen your wife several times. You guys reside.
Whoa! You see my wife? Wait, where you see my wife at? Why you watching my wife?
I've seen her. She shops on 125th Street in Harlem. I've seen her so many times there. And she holds all the beauty that an artist would like to put on canvas. Like I said before, I have a huge showing in May. You're welcome to come out as well.
Yeah,
There's going to be so many important people there. But I want to call and get permission from you about painting your wife.
No, you ain't got that permission, Playboy. You just can't go around following my wife and trying to mortalize her, whatever you just said, all right? So, no.
But I would like to let you know, I have taken the liberty myself. I have painted your wife's head.
What? Yo, you have lost your damn mind. You can't be just walking around here painting folks' heads. You got to get permission for that. What's wrong with you? Yo, you are crazy.
You don't understand. Your wife holds the essence that every artist wants to.
I don't care what she holds. You can't be going around painting folks' heads. What's wrong with you?
Sir, that's the reason why I'm calling, trying to get permission from you. I, Sebastian, want to put your wife on canvas because she holds the essence that every artist wants to behold. She mortalized the beauty of canvas.
Whoa. Hold up, dog. You telling me you walking around Harlem painting my wife's head? What kind of is that? What are you doing, dude?
Sir, I'm only trying to complete my portfolio.
No. Your portfolio. Here, listen to this. If I see my wife's head anywhere, I don't care, newspaper, magazine, I don't care where it's, billboard, wherever, yo, I'm going to find your and I'm going to whoop your. You understand what I'm saying to you? I'm going to sue to you. You understand that?
Sir, I don't want to have a duel with you, sir.
A duel? What is a duel? What say duel? What say duel? In fact, what name is Sebastian? What kind of name is that, Sebastian?
Sir, all I want to do is paint your wife in her rawest and purest form. That's all.
What the does raw and purest form mean? What the do you want? Seriously.
I want to paint your wife. I want to paint her in the nude.
Are you out your mind? No. That's what you should do. Tell me where you at. You want to paint something? I'll give you something to paint. Tell me where you at. 125th. Meet me 125th. That's what's up. I want to whoop your Meet me. Paint me. Paint me. You out your mind talking about you want to paint my wife in the nude. I'm going to take them brushes and stick them up your
Mr. She holds the essence that every person should be.
I don't give a what she hold. I don't give a be out your mind for asking me some like that.
Sir, I must ask you, do you think that you are the only person that has seen your wife in the nude? Surely there's been men before you that have seen her in the nude.
That. Who the are you? Hey, my wife ain't no mother. You call my wife a Is that what you saying? Are you calling my wife a you?
I want to paint your wife in the beauty that she on canvas.
What the did you not understand? I just said you no. I told you, meet me on the corner of 125th and Clayton Powell.
I got one more thing I just want to say to you.
Say it.
This is Nephew Tommy from the Steve Harvey Morning Show. You just got pranked by your boy.
What?
This is nephew Tommy from the Steve Harvey Morning Show.
Oh man, yo. Oh, I was moving furniture in here, dude. Tommy, you got me, dog. Oh man, y'all got me.
It was Sebastian, sir.
Yeah, dude. Where the you get Sebastian, bro? I was about to whoop your and Sebastian. I was paintbrushes and all. We was about to paint Autumn with your.
Hey, he told me, man. He said he loved his wife to death apart. I said, all right. So let me say this right now. Loves you. Let me get one more thing from you, man. What is the baddest? I'm talking about the baddest radio show in the land.
Yeah, man. It's Steve Harvey in the morning show, man.
Oh, you ain't never painted nobody's wife before?
Boy, don't even talk to me about nobody's wife.
I can talk to you. You my uncle. Have you ever painted anybody's wife before?
See, my biggest fear is that I'm going to end up in jail trying to protect your ass. That's my biggest fear.
Wow.
That's my biggest fear.
Can I ask you something, man? Why you don't like me?
Oh, Jesus. We don't really.
Did it just get real?
Why you don't like this? Why do you not like me?
We ain't got time for this today, and Lord, not in front of this nation.
You like all your other nieces and nephews,
every
but
last
you do not like me.
He said we ain't got time
Tommy,
for this
he
today.
loves you, though.
And not in front of this nation.
All right, listen, we got to get out of here and get into the strawberry letter subject. Oh, my goodness. We have a big problem, sis. We'll get into it right after this.
You're listening to the Steve Harvey Morning Show.
Time now for the strawberry letter for today. If you need advice on relationships, dating, work, sex, parenting, and more, please submit your strawberry letter to steveharveyfm.com and click Submit Strawberry Letter. We could be reading your letter live on the air, just like we're going to read this one right here, right now. So
buckle up. Hold on tight. We got it for you. Here it is. Strawberry letter.
Did you hear me, Tommy?
Oh, I heard the fact that I get to do my intro is you here. Because when he not here, when you not here, he don't want me saying nothing. He don't like me.
You mean don't want you saying nothing like now when she could be reading the letter?
You don't like me.
But he loves you.
We'll talk about it
honey. He
later.
loves you.
We'll talk about it.
All right, subject, we have a big problem, sis. Dear Steve and Shirley, I've been divorced for 4 years, and my 7-year-old child is caught up in a dysfunctional mess with me and my ex-husband. After my divorce, I found out that my older sister was having an affair with my husband. Throughout the divorce, she was my rock, and I turned to her for advice, since she'd been divorced 3 times. All of the signs were there that they could have been messing around, but I was going through hell, so I didn't notice. My sister had started calling me at work a lot, and I thought it was to check on me, but I found out later that she was making sure I was at work so she could be alone with my husband in our bed. When it all came out, I felt so stupid. It seemed as if my husband was relieved to give me the details. Well, fast forward to present day, my sister lives with my ex-husband and they are planning to get married. This has torn up my entire family. My son knows that his mommy and his auntie don't get along, but he does not know why. He constantly asks me why his auntie lives with his daddy instead of me and him living with his daddy. All I told him is that his auntie hurt his mommy really bad. I have never said anything negative about his daddy to him. He's too young to understand. I have told my ex that our son does not need to stay with him right now because it's confusing to him. My ex is so very nasty toward me and still has no remorse for what he's done. So he insists that he gets weekend visitation. For 4 years, I've been bitter and angry and want to hurt both of them. Someone mentioned counseling to me, but I need a little more than that. I need peace in my life and in my son's life. How can we move on from this and be happy? Wow. You're a really good person to not have, done something physical and violent to both of them. I must tell you, some sort, even if it's at a low level, some sort. I mean, I really have to commend you for that. I'm a woman that has 2 brothers. I always wanted sisters because I always, just wanted that closeness. She could be my BFF. We could bond, all of that. But clearly, this is not the case in your situation with you and your sister. I mean, she's ratchet and trifling. She really is. I mean, calling your job to see if you were at work so she could be with your husband in your bed. Now she's living with him. You divorced because he was cheating. This is just awful. I mean, and I can imagine how this has torn your family apart. And he doesn't seem to care, your ex-husband, what effect this has on your 7-year-old son. That's really where your focus should be. How is he going to come out of all of this? So to you, I got to tell you, you got to be strong right now for the both of you because this kid is confused. Okay, so Daddy's not living with us, Mommy, but he is still in the family because he's living with Auntie now. Can you imagine how confusing that is for a child? And then your ex-husband wants visitation on the weekend, so he's going to be over there still with his daddy, your sister, who now might be his stepmom/auntie. I mean, the confusion and craziness of it, of all of this. But, he's going to find out. She's been divorced 3 times. He's going to find out why in just a few short minutes. He will be, I'm sure, ex-husband number 4 when this is all over with because she is trifling. She is ratchet, your older sister. I mean, of all the men in the world, she goes after your man, your husband. I mean, and right in your face. But how do you get through it? This is a tough one right here. I'm going to have to tell you, if you can, yes, I want you to go to some counseling for sure, for you and your son. And this is hard. You're going to have to try to find it in your heart to forgive them in this situation because that's one of the cleanest ways you can move on with your life. I mean, that's hard. If you can. I didn't say forget, but you're going to have to try and forgive them if you can. That's what I have for you. Steve?
All right. Before I read through this letter, I want to make this statement right here, that nothing I'm about to say is what I really want to say. Nothing.
Really? You want to cuss, don't you?
Well, it's not so much to cuss, but
you do though.
What I want to do to the both of them, I can't say on the radio or recommend. So let me take this approach to this. This woman's been divorced and she's got a 7-year-old that caught up in this dysfunctional mess. Her ex-husband, after your divorce, after the divorce now, this is after divorce, you find out that my older sister was having an affair with my husband. Okay, so now you found this out after divorce. This is your saving grace in this whole thing, that you found out after you got the divorce. God spared you knowing this during for a particular reason. And you turned to her for advice because she'd been divorced 3 times, and she did something to make you think she was okay. When I come back, I'm going to tell you the grace in all of this that you have. There is an upside to this.
Okay, Steve, hang on. We'll have part 2 of your response coming up at 23 minutes after the hour, right after this.
You're listening to the Steve Harvey Morning Show.
All right, Steve, come on. Let's recap today's Strawberry Letter. We have a problem, sis.
This woman, been divorced 4 years, got a 7-year-old child who's in this dysfunctional mess. Her ex-husband, she found out after the divorce, found out that her older sister was having an affair with the husband that you got the divorce from. Now, there's a reason why you didn't know this during, because that would have been gut-wrenching. I'm pretty sure it is now, but at least you got the divorce. Now, during the divorce, she was your rock, and you turned to her for advice, because she'd been divorced 3 times. I don't know what advice you get from somebody that's been divorced 3 times, especially when you're going through a divorce, except just how to get through divorcing. That's the best advice, especially when you find out that all the signs that were there, that they had been messing around. But you didn't notice. Your sister was calling you at work. You thought it was to check on you, but you found out she was making sure you was at work so she could be alone with my husband in our bed. Okay, now that's trifling. Let me tell you what's wrong here. You have discovered after the marriage that 2 of the most despicable, trifling people were in your life. You had a bad husband, you got a bad sister, and it's led to a bad situation. These 2 people right here are the worst of the worst. The blessing is you got a chance to get away from one of them. Now, the problem with siblings is you don't get to pick them. You're born with them. Because you're sisters don't mean you have to be friends. You and your sister are not friends. Now, Shirley said a good thing. Shirley said you have to forgive. I don't know how you forgive this right here, but you do have to move on from it. Now, when it all came out, you say you felt stupid. And then it seemed as if my husband was relieved to give you the details. Well, number one, he had been living a lie. So giving you the details also was to make you feel a couple of things. Number one, like something was your fault. And number 2, it was your sister's fault. See, dudes that open up about stuff like this is to say to him, some of this, if I hadn't have been around in this situation with you and your family, half of it's your fault and the rest of it's your sister's fault. Now, fast forward to present day, your sister live with your ex-husband and they planning on getting married. How you think that's going to work? As Shirley pointed out, she been divorced 3 times. And she done slept with her sister's husband. What type of blessing you think finna be on this mess right here? Thank God you out of it. See, oftentimes when God pulls us through stuff, we mess up by dabbling back into stuff. Well, now your son is another problem. He knows that his mommy and his auntie don't get along. Well, that's cool. You can explain that. Quit taking him over there. He constantly asks me why his auntie live with his daddy, though. That's a little bit of trouble. And if he's 7, he going to school, somebody else gonna ask too. He wants to know instead of why you and him don't live with your daddy. I told him that his auntie hurt his mommy really bad. I've never said anything negative about his daddy to him. He's too young to understand. I've told my ex that our son does not need to stay with him right now because it's confusing to him, which is a true statement. But now he has no relationship with his father, which is probably worse. So I don't know that since this is causing some confusion in him as to why his daddy is staying with his auntie and not staying with him and his mama, that confusion is going to exist whether he sees his dad or not. But him not seeing his father, he needs that. He may not be a good husband. He could be a good father, though. My ex is so very nasty towards me and still has no remorse for what he's done. Well, he's nasty towards you because that's a defense mechanism. He got to be nasty towards you because you have every right to be nasty towards him. But kindness kills, baby. Oh, if you were to just be kind to him and his ex-wife, him and your sister, it would kill him. Now, it's going to take a lot for you, and I'm not sure you the person that has that, because for years I've been bitter and angry, and I want to hurt both of them. See, somebody told you that you should go to counseling, and you really should, because you need to talk over this with somebody to discuss your feelings. But I need a little more than that. Well, the only thing more than that is God. See, and the one thing I'm going to tell you something old people say. Sometimes you got to let go and let God. You got to take this situation that you're going through that's bigger than anything any of us have for you, and you got to turn it over to God. I ain't joking, man. You really got to turn this one over to God because you need peace in your life. And I know no better way to get peace in your life through a relationship with God. I don't know a better way. It's my peace in my life and in your son's life. How can we move on from this and be happy? You move on to it because he got you out of it. Stop dabbling in it. You got to play the game now.
That's
okay,
right,
this
Steve.
your daddy, boom. And separate yourself. You got to get to that point or you're going to lose your mind. You need
You're
counseling and you need prayer.
Yep. Post your comments on today's Strawberry Letter at Steve Harvey FM on Instagram and Facebook. And don't forget to check out the Strawberry Letter podcast on demand. Now, coming up at 46 minutes after the hour, we're going to do Ask the CLO with Steve Harvey right after this.
You're listening to the Steve Harvey Morning Show.
All right, so Steve, we had a question for the CLO, actually. It's from a 23-year-old woman. Her name is Lynthia from Chicago. She's a virgin. She said she's had the absolute worst experiences with dating. When this topic of sex comes up, the guys usually run. Her most recent experience was with a guy that she'd been dating for 3 months. They had the sex talk, but he didn't pressure her about it, so she didn't tell him that she was a virgin until the very last minute. When they were about to do the deed, she says, I told him it was my first time, and he laughed hysterically at me, and he didn't believe me because I was acting so dominant the whole time. He told me that he didn't want a girl that didn't know what she was doing. She says, I was ashamed, and I left his house, and he hasn't called me since. I don't want to be a virgin anymore, but why is it so hard to find a good guy to help me out?
Well, you know,
quiet,
it's the
Tony.
same problem that every woman has in finding a great guy. Yeah. That's the number one thing with most women who don't have anybody. It's finding a great guy. You'll have a guy that'll be the right guy for you, that'll be patient with you, take his time with you, be understanding, and want you all in one. You just haven't met the guy yet. And if you keep having the same experiences, it could possibly be with the way you're breaking the news and how you're explaining the news. Maybe your approach to expressing yourself is a little bit off, because a dude that kicks you out because I want somebody to know what he's doing, he just wants somebody that's freaky. That's all it was.
And Steve, the fact that she just doesn't want to be a virgin anymore, I mean, that's
that
not
right
a
there.
good reason, to just give
and
yourself
she's
to
aggressive,
some dude.
sounds like.
Yeah.
You know, you don't want to be a virgin anymore. That's your decision. I can't not the one to tell you to hang on till you're married, because if you've made that your mind up, why would I tell you anything else, you know? But you haven't found Mr. Right. You're 23 years old. You're still very young. Please take the pressure off yourself, because you got the rest of your life not to be a virgin. You ain't out of time.
No.
Tommy, anything you want to say?
Oh, no, no, sir. No.
Shirley, how you answering for me, Shirley?
Yeah, Shirley.
It's the best thing to do at this moment. Trust me.
Yeah.
Shirley, I'm smart. I can
Stop. You got another question? Tommy, I don't think Shirley's going to let you interject here.
You don't realize how smart I am. And that's what
exactly right.
I'm
There it is
smart.
right there. Nailed it.
Okay.
Exactly right.
All right, we'll be back at the top of the hour with more of the Steve Harvey Morning Show right after this.
You're listening to the Steve Harvey Morning Show.
All right, so listen, even if you're not panicking about the coronavirus spreading and all of that, it's still a good time to stay as healthy, at least try to stay as healthy as possible to protect yourself from colds and viruses. And one way to do it is by boosting your immune system through proper nutrition. So what should we be eating? That's the question. There are these are some foods that you can add to your diet to improve your immunity. Okay?
Well, I'm going to tell you
this?
one before you get started.
Okay, good.
Chitlins is, let me tell you something. No, for real. The reason I have no fear of coronavirus is for 38 years of my life. I don't eat them no more, but I've had chitlins in my system. And if a virus come in there, the chitlins kill all that.
The chitlin residue.
You
I got
stopped at
chitlin.
38, dog?
Boy, yeah, I stopped at 38. The chitlin residue kill all that.
Okay, well,
Okay,
all
now
right.
go ahead, Shirley.
We're going to add that to the list, chitlins,
Yeah.
okay. There's also garlic. My friends have been telling me it's hard to find garlic in the stores right now because it says garlic stimulates your white blood cells and other immune cells to fight viruses and infections by eating garlic. And for the biggest boost, try it raw and finely minced on dressings or dips like hummus. So,
well,
yeah.
you can eat it raw now during this quarantine, but you're going to have to let it go a week before the quarantine up because it's still going to be in your skin.
Yeah.
It's going to be too much for everybody.
Oh, dog, if you eat raw garlic, boy.
What about that kyolic garlic? Is that it? The one that's odorless and
Yeah,
tasteless?
that works.
Yeah. All right, mushrooms. Mushrooms,
Really?
because they have vitamin B, it says, and vitamin B helps boost your immune system. Oysters, I cannot eat oysters. They say
I love oysters.
I know, a lot of people do.
I eat grilled oysters. That's
okay.
the bomb.
They contain more zinc than any other food, and it has powerful anti-inflammatory and antioxidant properties. So there you go. Eat some oysters. Don't they say it raises your libido too, right?
That's what the zinc does in men.
You be strong when you do oysters. You be strong.
Sunflower seeds. Carla, that's your favorite. Full of vitamin E, and these help boost immunity. So get you some sunflower seeds,
Sunflower
people.
seeds.
Sunflower seeds, okay.
Yeah. How about some
I know
yogurt?
that, right, Junior?
Yeah.
I never
Yogurt.
I can't do yogurt, yo.
I don't do it because of the dairy, but it says it's also a great source of probiotics to help your immune system. It protects your immune system.
Put yogurt on the list.
Yeah, I like yogurt.
Guava. It's a tropical fruit. It has 350% more vitamin C than an orange.
Really?
And it's loaded with vitamin A. It's loaded with fiber, vitamin K, too.
Guava fruit.
Don't nobody
Yeah,
even know
guava.
they need vitamin K.
I don't even know what guava
vitamin-
look like. What that look like, Sherry? What guava look like?
I think, is it green, kind of ugly green color? Yeah.
So it look like an avocado? That what you saying?
No.
No,
It
that
doesn't
ain't
look
what
like
she
an
said.
avocado.
Said it was green.
Yeah. I didn't say
That
it
ain't
looked like an
why,
avocado at all.
Why you don't like me? Why you?
Hey, dog.
What is it with
It's
me
like
and you?
pink in the
Hey, dog.
inside, right?
Hey, dog.
It's
See,
like
listen to me.
Yeah.
Every
yeah.
time you say something
almost like
stupid
a
and I
plastic.
commented on, it's not because I don't like you. It's just maybe what you said is so stupid. She said it's green, like an avocado. She said, no. You said it was like green. Well, grapes is green. Kale is green.
I didn't
Lettuce
say
is
nothing about
green.
no. I didn't say nothing about no grapes. I said
Wow.
like an avocado. Is that what it looks like? That's what I was asking.
No, that's an
But why-
avocado
why-
that
but
looks
why
like
do
an
you
avocado.
not- No, hold on.
Thank you, Junior.
Hold on, Junior.
Thank you,
Why
Junior.
do you not like me, though?
Guava fruit
Thank
look
you,
like a
thank
guava
you, Junior.
fruit.
Say it again, Junior.
No, avocado look like an avocado. A guava fruit look just like a guava fruit.
You ain't never bought no guava fruit, Junior.
But
Shut up.
bet you when I see one, they gonna say that's a guava fruit.
Yeah.
They'll have a
You
sign.
ain't
They'll have a sign.
You know what?
But he
I'm
won't
not gonna-
put an avocado in his basket thinking it's a damn guava.
Taste
Coming
gonna
up-
be different.
More trending stories. We'll be back on the Steve Harvey Morning Show at 20 minutes after, right after this.
You're listening to the Steve Harvey Morning Show.
All right, so Lionel Richie says it may be time for a new version of We Are the World. You know, this time to raise money to fight this disease, this coronavirus. Lionel didn't expect the 35th anniversary of the charity single, which he, of course, wrote with the late Michael Jackson, would be so significant now. But he feels that the global pandemic has made its message so clear once again. He even points to one line that stands out in a time of social distancing. He says, there's a choice we're making. We're saving our own lives. We
That's
are the
the line
world's...
Bob Dylan said. The worst line in the song.
Sing it, Steve. Sing
There's
it,
a
Steve.
choice we're making. We're saving our own lives.
Remember that?
Jesus. Why did they put his ass in the group?
They had to get all the most powerful singers and musicians during that time.
Well, cause of social distancing, I don't see this song coming back.
Yeah. It was released back in 1985.
Good song,
Yeah. It raised more than $63 million in humanitarian aid for Africa. I never knew
Well,
the
you don't have
final
to be in the
figure.
same studio anymore, Steve. So they can do
Technology,
it.
yeah.
Well, you know what made it cool was the video. They was all in the
Yeah,
group
that's
together, looked
true.
like a
Seeing
big massive
everything.
choir.
Yeah.
And it was hard
Yeah,
to
it
get that
was.
much talent together at one
Yeah.
time.
I remember Quincy
was-
Jones
that was-
produced it.
But boy, did you see that dude singing next to Michael? And he was off key, and Michael turned like, "Man, what damn note is your ass?"
What are you doing?
All right, we'll have more of the Steve
Why are
Harvey
you
Morning
singing
Show
like that?
coming up at 33 minutes after the hour, right after this.
You're listening to the Steve Harvey Morning Show.
Everybody knows where we are in this country right now. We're updated just about every day, Steve, with the president and his coronavirus update. Did you see him yesterday?
I'm feeling a little bit less and less comfortable with him as a leader because he intertwines too much of his own personal. The other day it's really hard for a rich guy to run for president. Hey man, nobody needs to hear that at this time. We need information, we need results, and we need some logistics going on. And then he's talking about Mitch McConnell came out and talked about how the Democrats are slowing down the stimulus package. See, what they're trying to do is turn this thing that really got out of hand because our leader said that for 2 weeks this was a hoax. We could have been 2 weeks further up the road if he wasn't saying it was a hoax. But now the
Actually,
stimulus
longer than that,
package, let me help y'all understand something. This stimulus package is designed for a few things. They're trying to keep companies alive and thriving. But now, it's important for him to keep the businesses alive, and he's correct in that when this war with the virus is over, you still want to be able to get back and have an economy. But what the Democrats are over there fighting for is not enough of this stimulus package is going to get itself down to the people who are hurting right now. He keeps saying he's concerned with the worker, but his concern with the worker is at the upper level to keep the companies open. What you need to have open so the workers will have somewhere to go. But the Democrats know that there's a deeper problem going on down there, whether you're working or not right now, and we got to get this problem solved. And he's got more of the efforts of the stimulus package coming from the Republicans to take care of the businesses instead of taking care of the business. And instead of taking care of the people. Now, if you say that you need the businesses to stay alive, which is true, so the people will have jobs to go back to, that's the truth. But there are other problems too. And the Democrats are trying to make sure that the people at the bottom survive too. See, a company can go 2 months without a check.
Right.
The regular person can't.
True that. True.
GM gonna survive. Ford gonna survive 2 months down.
Yeah.
The worker is going to be hurting if he don't get a check for 2 months.
Let me ask you about that, Uncle Steve. The airlines has made billions of dollars. Let's just say on an annual basis, you made billions of dollars. Why is it that they almost saying they almost finna be bankrupt because?
Well, look, man, big business can't report everything as profit. They got to give out dividends. They got to pay out salaries, and they got to make it appear as though,
Overhead.
yeah, that they got so much overhead that they can't make money. All them airlines was making money. Why they open?
All of them.
Coming up, our last break of the day.
It's the last break of the day.
I love it. And some closing remarks from the one and only Steve Harvey at 49 minutes after, right after this.
You're listening to the Steve Harvey Morning Show.
All right, guys, here we are, last break of the day. Steve, before we get to your closing, we have to take time to say happy birthday to Mississippi Monica's Mimi. She is 99 years old today.
Wow.
Yes.
99.
99.
What's Mimi's name?
Mimi.
Monica.
Evelyn Floyd.
Miss Evelyn Floyd.
Floyd.
Miss Floyd.
Okay,
Miss
let me
Floyd.
tell you about Miss Evelyn Floyd. She had one man, 12 children.
Wow.
She went to church every Sunday, and she eats whatever she wants to eat. The only job she had was being a mother to those 12 children. She raised 12 children.
Beautiful.
Educated
Come on,
children.
Miss Floyd.
Yeah.
That's full
What a
time.
legacy.
Go on, Miss Floyd.
99 years old.
99, Miss Floyd.
Full time.
Yep.
No days off.
Hey,
Tommy, she can beat you fishing.
I bet she can beat me fishing.
Yeah.
Hey, when you get, and I want the Lord to give it to you, when you get 99, how you gonna act?
I'm gonna probably have a 35,000 square foot weed store.
What?
Hey, 99.
What's weed?
What you gonna get some time?
Where did that come from?
I'm not gonna smoke the weed. I'm just gonna walk around it and own it. Yeah,
You're
I don't
gonna
even
have
know
a
why.
35,000 square foot weed store?
store. Yeah, it's gonna be so legal in. It's gonna have like weed draws in it. It's gonna be advanced. Hell.
You stupid.
Weed knit shirts that's woven from weed leaves. It's gonna be real progressive then.
Yeah, be good.
Wow. What else you gonna have going on in 99?
Probably
That's
99.
enough, Carla.
probably-
He got a weed store.
Are you gonna
99.
hold back anything?
No,
Because you don't do that now.
Well,
but-
I do it now a little bit, but everybody has the potential of getting cussed out on any given day. At
99.
If you say anything contrary to anything, go ahead, Shirley.
Hey, Mr.
I'm
Steve,
90.
how you feeling today? Hey, Mr. Steve, how you feeling today?
What's
Mr.
wrong
Steve?
with your voice?
How the hell are you feeling? Feel like I want to feel. That's how I feel.
Well, you sure
ain't gonna
do
get no
look
straight
nice
answer.
and spry. That's what they say about old
Right,
people.
you think I'm spry? Come on over here. Get on some of this spry thing here.
What do you do all day, Mr. Steve?
I do pretty much what I want to do. I don't really have no, routine and nothing. I just wake up and whatever what's the word that go there? Whatever the
wind may blow.
Blank, whatever the blank.
Whatever the fill in the blank. I don't go whatever I'll do what the blank I want to do.
What's the secret
Blankety blank.
What's the secret to living for 99 years?
Cussing.
Yeah, what's the secret?
What is it?
Cussing.
What? Cussing?
Keep you young.
Cussing, keep you young. You get something. You don't have no backup. I ain't got no high blood. I ain't got no artery conditions. Nothing clogged. I ain't got no ulcer. Nothing. Cussing.
Wow.
Cuss everybody out. I cussed the pastor out last Sunday, passed the tray round twice. I gave what I was going to give.
Why you cuss the pastor?
I gave what I was going to give. What are you sending the tray round here for twice? Know how hard it is to get my hand down in my pocket and back out? By doing this twice in here?
What do you eat? What do you eat, Mr. Steve?
Chitlins.
He back on it.
Chitlins.
There's no way you can be.
Listen to me. Back in 2020, they had a coronavirus came out.
Oh yes.
In 2020,
everybody had it but me.
I remember reading about that. You didn't have it back then?
Cause I eat chitlins. And chitlins kill everything come down there. And chitlins
from there.
Chitlins and a little Hennessy. Chitlins and Hennessy and kill a virus. And then that was 2020 was when they had that white man, that stupid white man was president. Donald Trump.
Oh yeah, Trump. That's
Girl,
him.
they had a fool in the White House. They had it right after they had the first black man in there.
Oh yeah.
And it proved why it should have been another black man.
You just tickle yourself.
Did you say
You know what I'm saying? That's when they was really thinking maybe they should have more than 2 terms.
Yeah.
Cause that was Obama. That was Obama and that pretty girl of his, Cheryl.
Yeah.
That Cheryl was something else.
Yeah.
Man.
Donald Trump's wife was cute too, but she wasn't in the White House.
She wasn't?
She was
I
just
thought she
him.
lived there with him.
Oh, she lived there. She didn't want to be there though. That's when all them white men went to jail, everything.
Yeah, his
that
administration was really something. Well, thank you, Mr. Steve, for coming by and
this is a 99-year-old Steve.
Yeah, that's why we're calling you Mr.
Steve. Ain't hit the Mr. Steve.
Yeah.
No, I don't want to be that. I'm Mr. Harvey.
Oh, you're Mr. Harvey.
Now, when you get to 100, what you gonna do?
You know, who is it? Is it you still stupid, ain't you?
All this time.
Talk to y'all some other time.
For all Steve Harvey contests, no purchase necessary, void where prohibited. Participants must be legal U.S. residents at least 18 years old unless otherwise stated. For complete contest rules, visit steveharveyfm.com.
You're listening to the Steve Harvey Morning Show.